how's it going? Janae here. Happy Monday and happy Memorial Day. Hope you're enjoying your day off and thanks for joining me. We have a full body workout today. It's going to be one big circuit. Before we begin, we will jump into our driven warm-up. So we're doing our modified version where we're going to start with our T-spine rotations. So starting on our knees, sitting back onto my heels. My left elbow is going to start on the ground in front of me. Right hand is behind my head. Rotating out to the side 4 times, each direction. And switching over, so right arm's down, left arm's behind my head. Rotating to the other side. 3 and 4. Good. From here, we're going to go up into our lift off. So starting on all fours, tabletop position. My knees are just going to come off the ground a little bit. I'm going to lift off one hand and the opposite foot 4 times on each side. Just holding at the top for a second or 2. Stabilizing the core, trying to keep the hips from rocking back and forth. 4. Good. All right, now we're going to go into our flow. So starting up in a high plank. Right foot's coming up to the right hand. Rotating up to the sky, coming back to the center, standing and shifting over to a lunge on my left leg, coming back forward, left knee's going down, sinking into that hip flexor stretch, coming back to the center, we're getting the same thing on the left side, so left foot's coming up, rotating up to the left, coming back down, shifting over to a lunge on the right leg, back forward, right knee's down, reaching up, hip flexor stretch, back to the center, this time rocking it back, onto my heels, getting into as low of a squat as I can. Coming back out for round 2. So right foot's coming up, rotating up to the right, back down to the center, standing and shifting over to a lunge on my left leg. Back forward, left knee's down, reaching up, hip flexor stretch. And same thing on the left side. Left foot's coming up, rotating to the left, back to the center, shifting over to a lunge on my right leg. Back forward, right knee's down, reaching up, hip flexor stretch. Back to the center, second time, rocking it back onto the heels. Seeing if we can sink a little bit deeper into that squat. Coming back out, we got one more round. So right foot's coming up, rotating to the right, back down to the center, standing and shifting over to a lunge on my left leg. Coming back forward, left knee's down, reaching up for that hip flexor stretch. Back to the center, and final time on the left side. Left foot's up, rotating up to the left. Back to the center, shifting over to a lunge on my right leg. Coming back forward, right knee's down, reaching up. Last hip flexor stretch. Back to the center, final time. Rocking it back onto the heels as deep as we can get. Hands are coming up overhead and standing up nice and tall. All right. Now that we are all warmed up, we're going to jump into the circuit today. So it's going to be 30 seconds of work. We'll get through it at least 3 rounds today. So we're going to have glute bridge marches, a quadruped hold with some shoulder taps. We've got a squat that's going to transition into a reverse lunge, some push-ups in there, deadlifts, side plank rotations, and pop squats. So full body's working today. I'll show you all the workouts as we go through for the first round, 30 seconds of work at each station. So let's shake it out. Grab a final sip of water if you need it. We're going to start on the ground with those glute bridge marches. So I'm laying on my back, hips are rolling up. I'm marching up 1 foot at a time. Knees coming up towards my chest. The wider my feet are on these, the more unstable it's going to be with my hips. The more you're going to have to squeeze to keep stabilized. Bring the feet in closer to make it a little bit easier there. All right, 30 seconds are on the clock. We are rolling in just 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Just rolling the hips up. Marching back and forth, keeping the glutes activated this whole time. If we want to step it up a little bit, we can add a single leg bridge each time we march up before switching over. Or we can even do a double bridge in there too, if we want after each one. Nice, keep going. Last 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Whoa. From here, we are flipping it over, a little stabilization, a little shoulder work. So we're getting quadruped hold with shoulder taps. So similar to where we were in the warm-up, starting in that all fours position. Knees are hovering off the ground, and I'm going to get some shoulder taps here. So just alternating back and forth, core staying engaged, trying to keep the hips from rocking. Ready, good to go? We are going in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So knees are up, alternating back and forth. Can keep these shoulder taps nice and slow, or we can pick up the pace as we get comfortable with that movement. Make sure the knees are just hovering above the ground and those hips aren't rocking back and forth too much. Staying in a nice, stable position this whole time. Nice work. Just got 5 seconds left. Keep it going. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Nice work. All right, hopping up on our feet. We're gonna work the lower body a little bit. So this time, we have a low hold squat. We're gonna be staying here the whole time, alternating back into a reverse lunge, switching legs while staying low. If we need to come out of it for a second, shake the legs out, reset, totally fine. Then get right back into it. All right, 30 seconds. Here we go, clock's running. So staying down nice and low, alternating sides. This back knee is just hovering over the ground. When I step back into that reverse lunge, my feet are gonna stay pretty close when I come back to that squat in the center, but we can take it a little wider if I need to, pop out of it for a second. We got this, last 10. Nice job. Quads are burning for 3, 2, 1, and rest. Nice work. All right, shake out those legs. Moving on to some push-ups. So we've got a push-up to an overhead reach or extension. So I'm gonna push up all the way to the ground. Hands are coming off. Feet are gonna come off the ground. I'm engaging my posterior chain here. Reaching up, keeping the shoulders locked in, coming back, right back into that push-up. So all the way to the ground, reaching up, keeping the shoulders locked in. We're working in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. All the way down, reaching up, coming back, pushing up all the way to the top, coming off the ground, reaching. If we need to, go to our knees for that push-up, then we can still get the extension at the bottom. Keeping these nice and controlled. Make sure we're engaging our core when we come off the ground. We're not getting that dip. Coming up in a nice flat line. Good. Get one more push-up. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Nice job. All right, coming up next, we have single leg deadlifts. So we're going to be doing 30 seconds on one side, 30 seconds on the other. So splitting this up into 2 sets. So I'm going to stay stable on one leg, driving this other heel back to the wall, back staying nice and flat, hips are level to the ground. I'm going to reach forward, driving through the heel, squeeze my glutes on the way up. I can either tap this foot down or bring this knee up at the top. We're going back into it, all right? 30 seconds on each side. In 3, 2, 1, here we go. So reaching forward, keep it nice and stable. Driving that knee up at the top, core is engaged. Nice. So don't have to be super fast. Keeping these nice and controlled. Watching our balance. Tapping down that foot if I need to for some stability. Nice job. Just got 10 more seconds here. Keep it up. Whew, just lost my balance there. Nice job. All right, so we got one more. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Nice job. We're going right into that other side. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Reaching forward, coming back up. Knees coming up at the top. Driving through this heel on the ground, squeezing the glutes as I stand back up nice and tall. Watching that balance. Nice work. Let's get a couple more reps. We've got 10 seconds left here. Nice job. Woo. Find a spot on the floor to help keep my balance. 3, 2, 1, and time. Nice work. All right. We're going back to the ground, working our core a little bit for a side plank rotation. So I'm going to start in the center, shifting both my feet to one side, rotating up, back to the other side, rotating up. Nice and simple, keeping those hips high. Core is engaged this whole time, rocking back and forth. And I'll show you some additions we can do in there to bump it up a little bit. All right, we're going in 3, 2, 1. Let's work. Here we go. So rotating to the side, coming back. This time I'm going to add a little moving plank in the center here. bump it up a little bit, a little extra upper body work, letting the hips drop with me as I go down and up. Or if we want to, add a push-up in there. You can even add one in after each rotation, depending on how much upper body you'd like. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Nice work. All right, one more. We're almost through round 1. We've got pop squats. So starting with my feet in the center, I'm gonna hop out, squat, drop into the ground, touching one hand, hopping back up, switching sides. We are going in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Let's finish out round 1. Getting that hop, alternating the hand that's touching the ground each time. If we want to take the hop out of it, we can step back and forth instead of jumping. Nice work. Whichever one you're doing, keep it up. We have got 10 more seconds here. Let's get as many as we can. Finish out this round. In 3, 2, 1, and rest. Nice work. All right, that is one round down. Got at least 2 more to go. Grab a quick sip of water if you need it. And we're going to be back at the top, starting with those glute bridges in just a couple seconds. Nice work. All right, so now that we know what we're doing, we're going to bump it up a little bit. These rest times are going to get shorter. We're just going to have a couple seconds as we transition into that next exercise. So go at your own pace, slow it down when we need to. Let's get to it. All right, getting on the ground. For our marches, we are going in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Hips rolling up, alternating sides, keeping the glutes engaged, adding some bridges in there. Nice job. Good. Keep going, keep going. We are over halfway through. Just got 10 seconds left. Nice job. Get a double in there. Let's get a couple more marches. 3, 2, 1, and time. Nice work. All right, I'm flipping it over. We're getting ready to go right into the shoulder taps and that quadruped hold in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So knees are up, tapping opposite shoulders, staying at about 90-degree angle with my knees here. My hands are right under my shoulders, trying to keep the hips from rocking. If we want to, we can take it out into full shoulder taps as well. Whatever works for you. Nice job, keep it up. Just a few more seconds, last 5. And 3, 2, 1, and time. Nice work. All right, up on our feet. Got that low squat hold to alternate reverse lunge. Coming up in 3, 2, 1. Let's get it. Here we go. Stay nice and low. Alternating sides, lunging back. Coming to that nice narrow squat in the center. Or we can keep it a little bit wider. It's going to make it a little bit more difficult, I think. The wider you keep your feet. Nice work. We got this last few seconds. I know the quads are burning. Good. And 3, 2, 1, and rest. Nice work. All right. Legs are getting a little break. Going back down for our push-ups with that overhead reach. Right into it. Going in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. All the way to the ground. Feet are coming up. Core is engaged as I push myself up off the ground. Nice job. Coming up on my knees when I need to. Still getting that reach. Making sure my shoulders aren't shrugging. Keeping them locked down and in for these last 10 seconds. Nice work. Good. In 3, 2, 1, and rest. Nice work. All right, hopping right back up on our feet. We got our single leg deadlifts. Coming up next, we're going in 3, 2, 1. I'm going to start with my right leg forward. Pushing that heel back to the wall. Reaching forward. Nice work. Back is staying nice and flat. Core is engaged. Driving through this front heel as I stand back up nice and tall. Adding in that high knee up here if I can. Keeping my balance. Finding a spot on the floor to watch this whole time. So I reach forward. Nice. Good, keep it going. Let's get one more. Whew. 3, 2, 1, and time. Good, switching sides. Right into it. Left foot down. Here we go. Reaching, coming back up. High knee at the top. Good. Coming up. Driving this heel back to the wall behind me. Keeping these reps nice and controlled. Picking up that pace a little bit as I can. Good. Falling over here. All right, last 5 seconds. Let's get one more. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Nice job. All right, 2 more exercises. Finish out the second round. Going into my side plank rotations. In 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Rotating over. My feet are just shifting to each side. Gonna get a moving plank in the center after each one. Nice work. Good. Keeping my hips up as I rotate, not letting them drop down. Last 10 seconds, keep it up. And push up in the center. Good. And 3, 2, 1, and time. Nice job. All right, final exercise for round 2. Pop squats, let's finish it out. 3, 2, 1, we're in it, here we go. Hopping those feet out, alternating the hand that's touching the ground each time. Good. Keep a good pace going. I'm going to challenge you to speed it up for the last 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, here we go. See how many we can get, even if we're stepping. Try to pick up that speed. Push ourselves this last 3, 2, 1, and rest. Whew, nice work. Grab a quick sip of water. That is 2 rounds down. We got 1 more to go. Let's finish strong. All right. Catching your breath for a little bit. Let's find our spots back down on the floor for our last round. Starting back at the top with those glute bridges. Let's do it. All right, let's try to add in some of those single leg bridges if we haven't been already. And 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. Here we go. Nice alternating. Gonna add a single leg with each march this time. Keeping those glutes engaged. Nice. Good, we're already halfway there. Keep crushing it. Good, last 10. Nice job. And 3, 2, 1, and time. Nice work. All right, flipping it over. Getting ready for the shoulder taps in our quadruped position. In 3, 2, 1, here we go. Knees are just hovering off the ground, tapping opposite shoulders, back and forth, staying nice and stable in the center. Nice, we can even add a little opposite foot lift off. These are feeling a little too easy. Good, just got 10 seconds left. Let's keep it going. Everything's working here. Good, in 3, 2, 1, and rest. Nice work. All right, hopping up. Let's get ready to work the quads. In 3, 2, 1, low hold. Here we go. Centering back into that low squat position each time. Can hop out of it for a second if we need to. Nice job. Let's keep it going. Already halfway through this 30 seconds. Final 15. Last time we're doing these, let's stay as low as we can. Nice job. Good, let's get a couple more. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Nice work. Shake out those legs. Let's do some push-ups. To the ground, reaching up. And 3, 2, 1, here we go. All the way down, reaching up overhead, pushing back up to the top. Nice job. Good. Keeping these nice and controlled. Awesome work. Let's crush these last few seconds here. Nice. Get a couple more push-ups. We're gonna get one more. Up and time. Nice job. All right, legs are working again. Single leg deadlifts. Let's do it. Right foot is starting planted. In 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Driving that heel back to the wall. Driving my knee up at the top. Stabilizing myself before I'm going back down. Nice work. Good. Hips are staying level to the ground. Reaching forward to help my balance a little bit. Good, nice work. Keep it going, we got 10 seconds left. Nice job, driving through this front heel. Squeezing the glutes as I stand back up. 2, 1, and time. Switching over. Left leg's down in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Reaching forward, knees driving up to the top. Nice work. Driving that heel back, tapping this toe down if we need to. Good. Nice work. We just got 10 seconds left. Let's get a couple more reps. And 3, 2, last one, and time. Nice job. All right, back down for our side plank rotations. I'm going to challenge you to add in something in the center if we can, whether it's shoulder taps, moving plank, push-up, whatever's comfortable for you. We're going in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Side to side. You get a push-up in the center. You can even drop it down to the knees for that push-up if we need to. Going back and forth. Keeping those hips up. Dropping it down into a moving plank. Ooh, sitting on the floor. Good, we got 10 more seconds here. Gonna keep it going. Keep working hard. And 3, 2, 1, and rest. Awesome job. All right, pop squats. Final 30 seconds of work. Let's do it. All right, we are going in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Hopping those feet out. If we're comfortable doing it, stick with that step if we need to. Nice work, we're crushing it. Good. Nice, let's finish strong. Working all the way to the end here. Good. All right, last 10 seconds, power through. Gonna pick out that pace if we can. Keep it going. 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Awesome work, everybody. Those are our 3 rounds for today. Grab a sip of water. We're gonna stretch it out. Awesome work. Whew. All right, let those heart rates come down a little bit. Great job. All right, so lower body today. I'm gonna do some adductor rocks. So I'll show you this way. Gonna have one knee down, one leg extended out beside me. His foot is flat on the ground. Trying to keep this hip straight up. I'm gonna push this hip down to the ground as much as I can. I'm sitting back and walking myself forward, tucking my hips under, feeling a nice stretch down the inside of my leg here before sitting it back. And walking it forward, tucking my hips under. As I come up, show you from a side angle as well. It's out, we're gonna get 2 more. So sitting it back, walking forward as I tuck my hips, pushing this other side down to the ground as much as I can, feeling that stretch. Let's go for 1 more. Good. All right, we're gonna hit the other side now. So left leg is extended out to the side, flat on the ground. Sitting back on my heel, walking myself forward as I tuck that hip under, pushing this hip down to the ground. Nice stretch down the inside of my leg. Good. Gonna go for 2 more. 3. And last one. And 4. Good. All right, we're gonna hit another hip stretch here. Going for a 90-90s. So both knees are gonna start in one direction. Have both mine facing to the left. So my right knee is gonna lead, opening up as much as I can before bringing this left one with me. Alternating over to the other side, trying to sit up nice and tall this whole time. Can put my hands down behind me for some extra support if I need it. Good, we're gonna get 4 rotations on each side. Good, coming back, hands are down, that's 2. Got 2 more. Rotating over. Nice, stretching as far as we can before that other leg joins us. And last time, rotating back. Bring it back to that starting position. And rest. Nice job. All right, last one we'll do just for the upper body a little bit. I'm gonna sit back into child's pose. So I'm down on my heels, my head's coming down, stretching out my fingertips as far as I can in front of me, letting my head rest down, sinking in towards the floor for a couple deep breaths. Good, after a few deep breaths here, I'm gonna walk my hands over to one side, really feeling that stretch down the side I'm leaning towards. Couple deep breaths over here. Get 1 more, and then I'm gonna walk my hands all the way over to the other side. Couple deep breaths over here. And coming back to the center. I'm gonna shift up into tabletop position, go up into a high plank, push those hips up and back into downward dog, walking out the heels a little bit. Did just a little bit of jumping today. And I'm gonna walk my hands back to my feet, or you can walk your feet up to your hands. Dangle the heel for a second, shake out the shoulders, and rolling it on up, standing up nice and tall. All right, that is our workout for the day. Feel free to add any other stretches in that you might need to do. Thanks so much again for joining me. Enjoy the rest of your Memorial Day, and I hope to see you next time.